It's time for the Nebraska Football Coaches Show. Proudly brought to you by Channel.
Wing to the near side, snap back. Has some time. Steps, throws down the field. The pass is intercepted. Picked off by Sierra Wright to the 30, 25, 20. Sierra down the near sideline, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Nebraska. Sierra Wright with a pick six for Nebraska, and the Huskers have taken the lead on the road.
It's also brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers.
Two wideouts left. One tight to the formation of the near side. Straight back is Raiola. Has some time. Throws over the middle. Pass caught. Splitting the defenders. Emmett Johnson to the 10 to the 5. He is in there. Touchdown, Nebraska. Emmett Johnson makes a catch. A little short dump over the middle of the field. Reach down the near sideline. And Nebraska right back within a point. Two wideouts left. One tight to the formation of the near side. Straight back is Raiola. Has some time. Throws over the middle. Pass caught. Splitting the defenders. Emmett Johnson to the 10 to the 5. He is in there. Touchdown, Nebraska. Emmett Johnson makes a catch. A little short dump over the middle of the field. Reach down the near sideline. And Nebraska right back within a point.
Here's your host, Jessica Coody, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome into Sports Nightly. I'm Jessica Coody. We've got a full 2 hours headed your way today. Coming up, hour number 2 is our Husker Volleyball show. John Cook, John Baylor will be here for that, but we're kicking things off here in hour number 1 with our Husker football show. I'm going to chat for a couple of segments with the secondary coach, John Butler, tonight. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, final home game of the season. Can you believe we're already talking about senior day and the last time running out Memorial Stadium?
Yeah, when you always, you get in the process of the season, you try to take a day-by-day approach, try to bring that up with the guys at all times, and I always tell them one day at a time, and just like that, it's here we are, whether it's 10 years I coached in the NFL or whether it's, life in general just goes by fast. So I was talking to you before we got started of last time we chatted, it was training camp, which felt like maybe a week ago, and here we are really, 12, 13 weeks into the season. Maybe it was so it's just, it does go by fast, especially when you're so involved in the day-to-day process or grind of getting ready for a season.
You obviously seen a lot of football stadiums, but what's been your perspective of playing in Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln?
Yeah, no, it's wild. I was fortunate enough that in the first 2 home games had some visitors from Buffalo in the first game, and then the second game my father came through, and so my dad obviously has been to almost all the venues to see me coach, and both sets, my dad and my friends from Buffalo were like, wow, that was unbelievable. And they've all gone to see the Bills play in the Bills Stadium, which is a wild atmosphere as well. So, obviously the first home game was wild, but then, the Colorado game and all the subsequent games after that, just the intensity of the fans, how much you can tell it means to them. And obviously it's our obligation to put the best product on the field so they have something to cheer about. But it's been wild.
That's awesome. Dorothy Lynch Homestyle and light and lean dressing, endless flavor abilities. Well, got to go back to USC, and you have to point to Sierra Wright. I mean, what a performance by him. How special was he and the things that he was able to do returning back home to LA?
Yeah, Sierra has had a nice year for us. Has been helpful in terms of helping us deal with injuries, and then has obviously stepped up his game just in general. But obviously when a game like that happens, you try to say, hey, listen, don't make it personal, but it always is. You're trying to prove to them that he's a good player, which he is, and the level of production, not only the interception for the touchdown, but the block kick. He played pretty good in the past game in general. Sierra's a good player. He's a smart kid. He puts time in. He's become a little bit of a leader in the room, too, because he's organizing guys to work out on their own and study on their own, some of the younger players. So he's been a real nice addition. I was happy that he played well, and just unfortunate we couldn't come up with one more play to try to help us win. What's
allowed him to, I guess, fit in a little bit quicker? I mean, we were talking about that. It's hard to believe he got here in the summer. He transferred here. He was late arriving, had to learn quickly and fit in with this group. What has allowed him to be able to fit in with the group, but then also be able to pick up the defense and play so much for you guys?
Right. The only person that got here later than him was me.
Yeah.
I think Sierra, you look into the personality. Sierra is a smart young man. He's confident. He's an experienced, he's more experienced than his years. And so I think he was able to fit in initially right away, just as a personality. And then, one of the initial concepts or comments, that he made to me as we got going was how much he appreciated the structure and the discipline that Coach Rule provides the players and the expectations that you're supposed to do A, B, C, and D. And he felt comfortable in that and in this environment. So I think just that combination of two, you get a fairly experienced and responsible young man getting put into a structure that requires discipline, and I think he's just thrived in that, and even commented that he thinks he's needed that to help him just take the next step, not only in football but in his life. So he's been a good kid to be around. You can have some good adult conversations with him just because he's got a different, a good perspective on things. So I think that this experience has been good for both parties. For him, it's helped him adapt and grow in the short amount of time he's been here, and definitely he's helped us.
Oh, that's great. You had mentioned, making the one or two more plays and maybe the difference in a ball game, and Coach Rule had talked about that in his press conference. When you're a defensive back and you're matching up against those wide receivers, how do you coach that, going up and making those plays? How do you get to the point where you are making those kinds of plays where if it's a jump ball, whatever it might be, that you're coming out on the right end of that? Yeah,
it's a tough thing. At the end of the day, when you're a defensive player, it comes down to first doing your job, then kind of in this sequence of doing your job, playing really hard, and then ultimately making a play that impacts the game. There's good players that they're where they're supposed to be, and they're doing their job, but they're the great players are the ones that make the impact plays. And part of it is the process of showing them on the film of others doing it, maybe the mistakes that the opponent's making, watching and studying how the other, in film study, the other team's defenses are capitalizing. Then you really got to sell it out on the practice field that not only are we teaching you, hey, okay, they're going to run this route, you're playing this coverage, but when you execute this job, you immediately got to transition into a playmaking mode. And then in practice, making the play. And then you just build that confidence. And some of it really just comes down to some players are more instinctive and more productive than others in terms of their ability to make plays on the ball. Their brain is able to process from the execution phase of the play to the actual playmaking of the play. And we've discussed that with the players. That's really one of the biggest differences in the step from high school to college, and then really college to the NFL. Some of the best DBs that I've ever been around, they have it in them that when that ball's in the air, it's not, hey, they're throwing it to the receiver, they're throwing it to me. So it's positioning, it's awareness of what's happening, but then ultimately it's a confidence that I'm going to make the play when the opportunity comes. Not go outside of the system and hijack the defense because I'm trying to make spectacular plays, just confident enough that I want to put myself in position, and when the time comes, I make it.
You talked about at the beginning, when we had chatted at the beginning of the season, you had just been here and it was a whirlwind. But now that you've been through almost an entire season, has it been different from adjusting from NFL to college and how you coach these guys, or have you gone about it the exact same way?
No, I would say that would be the biggest difference. When you're coaching a college kid versus coaching an NFL player for me for 10 years, there's an adjustment that's required in my brain. Just there's certain things that they're capable of at this level and there's certain expectations that, I'm not saying you lower the expectations, but they just are not as experienced. And when you're coaching a 32-year-old Micah Hyde versus a 18-year-old Caleb Benning, that's 14-year difference in not only life experience, but football experience. So you just have to understand, and I've had some good conversations with Matt about that. Matt's been great, and he's like, hey, John, you got to readjust your eyes a little bit and understand that, don't ever lower your expectations, but there's a certain level of, development that you've just got to keep focusing on and take the small victories, because I think we have a good core group of young players that now that I've been here, what has it been, 4 months, I see the development now, where initially I was like, whoa, okay, we got a long way to go. But fast forward, like you said, one day at a time, here we are in a position where we see, like I said, probably 4 or 5 of these younger players that have developed, and I think they'll continue to do that. And there's an urgency in coaching that you have to have, but there's also a level of patience you have to have, because it's one step at a time, and the development will come, but it'll come with time.
Is it something where one day all of a sudden you're like, wow, he's really good? Or is it a process where you start to see, okay, guys are getting better gradually? Or is it sometimes just, hey, wow, that kid popped today?
Yeah, there is definitely some of that. And it's like, it's not necessarily like, oh, well, they popped. It's like, okay, maybe now after they've been in the meetings, they've been in 50 meetings with me. And really, it's been more than that. It's probably been 60, 70, whatever it's been. And I'm saying the same stuff every day, for the most part. It's maybe a different teaching plan or a different way to kind of go about it. But it's like, at the end of the day, we're talking about maximizing their ability to cover, tackle, and play the football. And so you just hear it over and over again. And then eventually, some guys probably after seeing it 20 times, it triggers. Some guys after seeing it 50 times, it triggers. And then when it does, then they're like, oh, that's what he's been talking about this whole semester. And now I'm going to go try that. And then they try it and it works. And then you're like, well, I'm going to try it again. And then you realize and then what you have to do as a coach is when you start to see them doing it the way you want them to do it, then it's like, okay, I got it's like fishing. I got the hook in them. Mm-hmm. Now and I've shown you these things. You're building confidence in how to do it. And now you got to do it every time. And then that to me is like, it's a level of like, they're getting better like this. And all of a sudden you see a spike, and then there's then they plateau a little bit, and then they spike again, and eventually then they're seniors, and they're the guys that you're like, can you believe that he's not going to be playing for Nebraska anymore? Well, yeah, there's a journey that they're on, but that's, to me, at the end of the day, I think a lot of it, the winning and the losing is what kind of possesses your mind, but the satisfaction comes in seeing these guys develop and seeing like young players. Okay, I see what their future could be, and at the end of the day, as a teacher and a coach, you're just trying to make them better.
Absolutely. Fascinating. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. On that development note, you've got a lot of young guys out there, a lot of young talent. You feel pretty excited about what the potential is for that young group? Yeah, I do. I do now, probably better than I did 3 months ago, but I think we have a really good core of younger players that not only have the skills that are required, they have the football kind of brains that I'm looking for. I know Matt has talked about that at length, at least when I've heard him speak, is there's a football skill set that's required, but there's a football character that I've always believed in, and I've heard Matt characterize it as the football brain, that you're like, there's a level of, you have to study the game as much as it's the physical part of it, and learning and applying that learning quicker. And I think that, I always tell these players, even when I was in the NFL, it's like when they come back for bowl practice, hopefully we're fortunate enough to play in a bowl game, where they come back for spring practice, and then they come back for training camp, it's the same, you're taking the same class every year. You're just becoming more and more experienced in that class. So now when you come back and hear the terms that we're coaching the second time around, it's not like, because the first time you're around, you're like, what does that mean? And then the second time around, you're, okay, I'm hearing it again. He's saying it the same way. Okay, there's examples of me doing it right. So it's the compound learning of, it's not like you're in school and you're going from calculus to trigonometry or whatever the stages are. You're not like, okay, I'm going up to now I'm in a elite level class. It's like I'm learning the same stuff, and now I'm learning more about it within that same class. That kind of is the analogy I like to use. And then they become so comfortable with the system, that it's just becomes second nature. And I think that the continuity of the staff, the continuity of the players, the continuity of the system is such a valuable thing, because if they're having to learn a new defense every year or a new offense every year, you're just never getting that level of, foundation. I wanted to ask you too about just, the communication on the back end. And we heard about, maybe there's a breakdown on the touchdown against USC. What, when that is an issue, how do you evaluate, how are we going to correct that? And why does that, I guess, become an issue in any given play? Yeah,
I think that you have the decision to make as a coaching staff, headed by Coach Roll down through, Coach White, and then really to me and the rest of the staff. It's like, you could become very, very basic and just line up, and everybody knows the coverage you're playing, and everybody knows the defense you're playing, and you're just relying on fundamentals, execution, physicality, and playing hard. But there's a balance of that with, you have to have a level of multiplicity so that your scheme has some strategic answers. And so obviously there's been not only a play this weekend, there's been a couple plays throughout the year where you might have an option to, like, the call comes in and their coverage is optional, not optional like they can pick whatever they want, but there's choices. it's a choice coverage, and a lot of it's dictated by what the other team is showing us. And their job is to try to protect their hand. Our job is to try to protect ours. And there's been a time or two this year where the communication has not been on point. So what you just try to do is you test them again, you push them through that, and then you evaluate the worth of it. Is it worth, hey, we're going to play this to this, maybe that to that? Is it better just to simplify? And, I think there's a fine line there. It kind of goes back to your conversation about coaching NFL players with college players. You might put more on the plate of an NFL secondary just because they have 8 hours a day that they're doing it. Well, these guys are in school, and then they have other things going on. And that's always, I think, a concept that a coaching staff is wrestling with, is how much is too much and how much is too little. And you're trying to find that sweet spot, especially as a secondary coach, where in today's world, the running game has kind of become secondary and the passing game's first, and you want to make it hard on them. Like the first play of the game, the first interception, we made it hard on them. They thought it was something. It wasn't. We made the play. Good for us. And then there was a time later on when we screwed up and they took advantage of us. So it's just kind of the cat and mouse game of, big-time college football.
All right, on the passing game note, Coach Roll obviously brought in Dana Holgorsen to tweak the offense a little bit. What's been your perspective on Coach Holgorsen and what he's been able to provide the offense? Obviously,
I only know Dana from afar. I had never known him personally, but I know the incredible amount of success that he's had as an offensive mind in college football. And I actually had a chance when I was in Buffalo. Case Keenum was our backup quarterback for a year, and he would tell us how, because I think Case might be the all-time leading passer in college football and played for Coach Holgorsen there. So he'd had some great stories. But, obviously he's going to, add a great piece to our staff and help us get to where we want to get to offensively. But as far as my evaluation of it, I'm so wrapped up into making sure that we play as well as we can play and we don't give up any explosives and we put our kids in the right position to win. So that's kind of my thought on that.
All right, we got to work at a break here on the Nebraska Football Show. Contact 811 2 days before you dig to protect your underground utilities and yourself. It's free, it's easy, it's the law. More with Coach Butler coming up right after this.
Mark your calendars. League One Volleyball is coming to the Liberty First Credit Arena on January 24th, 2025. Led by Omaha's newest pro team, Love Omaha Volleyball, get ready for nonstop action as some of the world's best players take the court. Featuring Olympic medalists Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Orantes, Love Omaha is ready to take home the season's first championship title. Get your tickets now for this historic first season. Visit lovb.com today. Volleyball is the next major league.
Out here, we raise stronger people, stronger crops, and we proudly raise our flag to that. Let the weather, pests, and pressures try to beat us down. We only keep growing up. With the next-gen genetics, the pure acre-for-acre know-how of these soils, and a deep pride of our roots, we're born to raise at Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large, because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, What's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy.
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Just like D1 athletes, farmers view each growing season as a new opportunity. Aurora Cooperative is committed to elevating the success of our members every season. Rooted in our core mission, we provide top-notch products, services, and expertise. Our strong work ethic mirrors that of the Huskers, driving success. Choose Aurora Cooperative, your partner in elevating agriculture. Go Big Red!
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Sunday morning. You can smell it. Game day. And the brisket you've been smoking since last night. A day to be with family, aka fellow football fans. Traditions make Sundays easy to enjoy. Beers do too. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts has fast. Need them now? We've got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, which is sponsored by
working with Rob
Akrs.
Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, which is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. Welcome back to the Nebraska Football Show. I'm Jessica Coody, joined by secondary coach John Butler here tonight. Well, Coach, senior night coming up, or senior day coming up on Saturday. You've got some seniors in the secondary. Let's start with Isaac Gifford. Man, he's a guy that was a walk-on and Nebraska kid, and this program means so much to him. But how much has he helped you when you got here and just this whole season, just the transition of all of it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed coaching Giff. He reminds me some of the, like I said, some of the pros that I've coached, just in terms of how he looks at the game and how important it is to him, and the film that he studies and the process he goes about getting himself ready mentally and physically for a game. he pops in my office daily, after practice and between the break between practice and when we meet in the afternoon. Incredible career, has had a really nice season. Love to give him an opportunity to go out as a winner on his home field. So, and I think he has a future in football. I think he has a future in football on the field as an opportunity to translate and maybe have an opportunity in the NFL. But also, I think that if he's got one of those brains that if he ever, all these players always say they're never going to coach, but then then all of a sudden they're like, I actually have to go get a real job, and they realize that football could be a real job for him. So I think that he might have that opportunity. But he's been great to be around amongst the others, and it's a great leader. He cares so much, competes so hard, and hopefully, like I said, we can put a great plan together so he can go out and play really well in his last home game.
Is it something where you realize that the brain and the mind for football just watching the film, or
just in the conversations you have with them? Like, some guys I guess it's no different than any other type of conversation. If you had a political conversation with somebody, or a conversation about finances or economics or whatever may interest you, pretty quickly if you're talking to somebody if they actually know what they're talking about. Some people don't, but they think they do. And then some people do, and you're like, oh, okay, he's got it. And so, like, obviously, I've coached for 30 years, so that's what I know. I know football. I know defensive football specifically. So when you're having those conversations, you have to realize, okay, what level can I have them with? And with a guy like Giff, you can have him at a pretty decent level right away. So and I think that just comes with his experience and his preparation. And the more you care about something, the more curious you are about something, the more you're going to learn about something. And he definitely is somebody that's very curious about football, and we all know that he cares.
Deshaun Singleton is a guy who had the injury last year, coming off the injury, has played some solid snaps for you guys. What can you say about him and just the season that you've had with him?
Yeah, I think he's had an incredible year. I know that there's been a lot of people through the building asking about him, early on when they would come to practice, and now that they've seen him play, I think there's been a lot more coming through and asking about him as well. Takes the game and takes his responsibility on his team very seriously. Much like Giff, I'll pop into the DB room during the day, and those guys are in there in hours that I would not have expected them to be in there, but that's just become their routine. So I think, Deshaun has, while Giff maybe has been more experienced, let's say, I think Deshaun has understood and learned quickly that, like, if I want to play in the NFL, I got to make it part of my, routine, and not just come to practice and work out when the coaches ask, but it's got to be ingrained in my life. And I think he's taken that step this year with his preparation and studying the film on his own, and his knowledge of our defense, and taking the leadership role that he can. So I think he's had a nice year. He's stayed healthy, and in the NFL they're looking for big and fast and physical, and he's got all three of those things. And then he's got the football kind of desire and acumen too. So I think the opportunities, like I said with Giff, the opportunities for Deshaun are going to be there.
Marquise Buford is a guy, he could have celebrated senior day, but he said he's going to come back. How nice is that? How good is that going to be for this defense to have a guy like Marquise Buford coming back next season?
Yeah, I think anytime you're one of your consternations is, as a coach, is like, which players am I going to lose? Because then you're like, okay, then the next question becomes, which players then do I have to either recruit or develop, or if you're in the NFL, go sign or draft? And so it's always good when you have a good player coming back, especially one that's experienced. You look at him, you look at Keese, he's played corner, he's played free safety, he's played boundary safety. The only one he really hasn't played, at least while I've been here, has been Rover. So, you have a guy not only that's experienced, but has played in games at multiple positions, gives you that great flexibility. And obviously, we still have a gap, of a lot of young players. He'll be coming back as a very experienced older player. It'll help that he has, continue to be a good leader for his own brother on the team. So I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing for him, maybe get another year of just getting healthy, and and anytime you have a chance to keep your college football career going. I know if I was a kid back in his age and somebody said, you can play one more year if you want, I would have said yes. It was just, something I love to do. So, as you get to the end of the road and opportunities are still there, you take advantage of them.
Marquise told me he's pretty hard on Mario.
Yes, I would say he is.
Yeah.
In a good way, in a way that his brother deserves and should appreciate. I don't think very often do you have that opportunity as a young player that I'm trying to figure things out. And then I got my older brother here, and there's probably times Rio says, I wish he wasn't here. But at the end of the day, that's the type of brother you want to be learning from. I've been around them for 4 months, and I was like, I tell Rio, I said, everything he tells you is right. He may tell it to you in a way that sometimes can be pretty harsh, but at the end of the day, like, he's just being tough on you because he wants you to be successful. And he is hard on him, but he's hard on him in a way that's he should be.
You talked about Marquise just playing all over the field. Is that something when you got this young talent, do you like to identify where they fit best, or do you like to train them and all, and so that you can call on them for whatever the need may be?
I mean, I think you have to identify some that can,
mm-hmm.
and that's part of some of these younger players we're starting to figure out now. Okay, we've been putting them here, and let's try them over here. And while there's not the urgency to have to get him on the field to play in the games yet, you can still put him out there in practice and say, okay, he's played this position for, let's just say, the first 7-8 weeks, and now we've tried him here just to see if they can physically handle it. Can they mentally handle it, as more of an evaluation? And I've always said the more you can do in football, like, and again, I use the analogy in the pro game a lot, but there's only 48 guys that get to dress on game day. So if you can play corner and you can play nickel and you can play maybe safety, or you can play corner safety and like a dime linebacker, and then special teams. I mean, that's 3 jobs that you can do on game day, which creates a huge amount of value for your team on Sundays. And so with players, and the players in the league would always joke with me and say, JB, the more you can do, the less you get paid. And I would say, that's not necessarily true. I would say the more you can do, the longer you're going to have a job in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And that, to me, is that value, that versatility. You look at some of the great organizations over the years. Yes, they have the Tom Brady's and the Patrick Mahomes and the Josh Allens, but they also have a core group of players that can do multiple things. And it provides a level of appreciation in the coaching staff when you're like, okay, like a guy like Marquise, he can go out there. He played corner in the first 6, 7, 8 games. Then we decided, hey, we want to get Malcolm outside. So then all we did was move Marquise inside, and Marquise now can play free safety and boundary safety and give Deshaun a series here or there, and then play free. And then if we have to go to like a big corner grouping, he can do that. So it's just like, you're training one player to do 3 things as opposed to 3 players to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I think that I've always valued that, because then they just become a trusted member of your team,
Great stuff. Okay, let's talk about Wisconsin. They've made some changes to the offense. How do you guys as a staff go about figuring out what you're going to do against a team when they make some in-season changes like Wisconsin has?
Right. I think that at the end of the day, even before a change like that's made, and even as we prepped for USC or when we prepped for Colorado, I'm just using those examples, like there's a balance between there's a healthy understanding of what you think they're going to do, but the focus is really on, like, we know we're going to call 6 or 8 different things. And so we're going to keep that focus on that with an awareness of, okay, here's their top players. We still think they're going to try to get the ball to these guys in these spaces and these times. But at the end of the day, like, when we call this coverage, you have to execute it based on what we've seen all year long. It's not like a play comes up and they're like, well, I think they're going to do this. And then you get wrapped up in worrying about what the other team's doing as opposed to just doing your job and executing your assignment within the coverage. So I think when things like that happen, Matt does a good job of, like, hey guys, at the end of the day, it's like, it is about us. It's about how we play, how hard we play, how physical we play, how well we cover, in our certain coverages. So there's a healthy understanding of them. And then as it becomes more of an unknown, it's like you just fall back on, okay, then just make it about us, as opposed to filling your brain with, oh, well, this guy called plays for this team 5 years ago, and this happened, and the next thing you know, you're just losing your way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it comes down to, like, especially a lot of times with defense, it's like some of the best defenses out there that I've ever seen and ever been a part of. It's like, we're going to do what we do. We're going to have an awareness of what they're doing, but at the end of the day, you got to try to make them deal with us as much as we're worried about, defending them.
Okay, so on that, what are your big keys for your group then, and on Saturday to maybe send these seniors out with another win?
Yeah, the biggest thing I think is that, as a secondary, you're doing your best to try to not give up big plays. Like, I've always believed that if you make it harder on the opponent's offense, specifically their passing game, the more you're making them throw the ball 10 yards or less, it just takes them longer to get there. And while in some of our losses, in Ohio State really gave up 3 plays the whole game, and they just happened to be 3 deep passes. Last week, the deep post over versus USC, so you hang on those, but at the end of the day, if you minimize them, and if you're a team that's giving up, you don't want to give up any, but if you're giving up 2 or 3 a game, 1 to 2 a game, whatever it is, you're usually going to put yourself in position to win, because that way the rest of their passes, they're just kind of trying to operate, and the more plays they're forced to execute, usually the higher percentage of us making a play are. So that's really the number one thing in the secondary is don't give up big plays. But then the other one is when we have opportunities to contest and challenge and disrupt them, we have to do that too. So there's that fine balance of, well, if you don't want to give up big plays and you sit back in soft coverage all day long. Well, if that happens, then if you make it too easy on them, then they will take that. So it's that balance of, contesting and challenging and disrupting their passing game, but really affecting their quarterback. And then making sure that the ball doesn't get thrown over your head is really, really the 2 things from a secondary perspective that you're trying to do.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Best of luck on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you.
That is John Butler joining us here on our Husker football show. League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January, featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes. Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. Visit lovb.com for tickets. We're back with more on our Husker football show coming up after this.
Working together, Central Valley Ag unites with our farmers to feed a hungry planet. CVA's power products are the go-to for farmers and ranchers seeking top-tier animal feed, ensuring animals get the precise nutrients they need. Now until December 1st, enter to win 2 CVA horsepower tubs or 2 CVA power cow tubs with purchase of any CVA power tub. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
You're gonna feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If there's one thing Nebraska is known for, it's our beef. And Nebraska soybeans feed a lot of them, and even more pigs and chickens.
I'm Jason Pinky, a farmer near Craig, Nebraska. Soybeans are vital for feeding our livestock, and they're also a powerhouse protein source for people worldwide. Our world needs protein, and Nebraska soybeans are making a difference.
From tailgate grills to global plates, farmers deliver affordable, nutritious protein to build muscle and energy for everyone. Nebraska soybeans, feeding, fueling, and innovating for the future.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Just like D1 athletes, farmers view each growing season as a new opportunity. Aurora Cooperative is committed to elevating the success of our members every season. Rooted in our core mission, we provide top-notch products, services, and expertise. Our strong work ethic mirrors that of the Huskers, driving success. Choose Aurora Cooperative, your partner in elevating agriculture. Go Big Red!
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is the most powerful Tundra ever. With its electrifying twin-turbo V6, you got everything you need. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro. Its segment-first performance seats are designed to smooth out the shocks when the ride gets bumpy. The Toyota 4Runner is part mean streak, part wild side, and an all-around icon. Check out that signature power rear window, will ya? Yes, sir. Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Looking for the ultimate sports watching experience? Head to Smash Park in La Vista, home of Husker Hangouts, Omaha's official watch parties. Your go-to spot for epic game day deals, delicious bites, and unbeatable fun. Catch every moment on massive screens. Challenge friends to pickleball, axe throwing, and other games. Smash Park is where the action happens, whether you're cheering on the Huskers or just enjoying the atmosphere. Smash Park. Visit us today and turn your game day into a game night. Smash Park. Play, drink, eat.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time, play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Last season was a banner year for the Huskers, winning 5 Big Ten titles. Nebraska also finished in the top 25 in the Directors' Cup standings. Beardmore Subaru congratulates Husker Athletics and Nebraska student athletes for all their achievements and stands behind you again this season. Go Big Red! Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue has the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester, the same trusted SUV it's always been, only more so. Love begins with trust.
Inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Akrs. They're the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. Greg Sharpe now joining Jessica Coody. What a fun interview. We've not spent much time around Coach Butler. He came here late in the process. We didn't get a chance to do him kind of on a position breakdown before the season started, but he's fun to listen to.
Yeah, you're just a guy with a lot of knowledge and a lot of perspective that from the highest level. And we were joking because, you know, he had said that, man, it just seemed like yesterday that I just got here and you were interviewing me one of the days after camp, but here we are and one final home game left. But yeah, it was fascinating to hear him talk about the adjustments he's had to make in how he coaches this group, because he had spent so long in the NFL and just the development part of it, how important that is, and how excited he is, because he said, you know, at first some of those young guys I didn't know, and then now as the season has gone along, you're seeing some of that young talent really develop, and that he's excited about. But yeah, just a great conversation, and really enjoyed chatting with him.
Good stuff right there. So, all right, Coach Worrell did meet with the media earlier today. It's a weekly deal on Thursdays as the prep work has kind of been done. He talked about that the flu bug has gone through the team a little bit, so some guys missed some practice time. Thinks they're going to be fine by game time. He said USC, I guess, had a rash of it going through their team last year. He goes, they probably pass it on to us. But then the other big news was about Tommy Hill. Here's the coach talking about Tommy and his status for Saturday's game.
Tommy will be out the next 2 games. You know, he's tried to play. It's obviously it's tough for him. He's dealing with a lot, and so I just shut him down. You know, he's been invited to the Senior Bowl. Maybe he'll be ready for bowl practice, but he's out there, but he's playing half speed, 3/4 speed, and so that's led to, you know, obviously led to the first touchdown in this game, led to the first touchdown in the Indiana game, led to first touchdown in the Illinois game. So I feel for him. Came to the year with high expectations. You know, had the foot injury, and it's just never quite been the same.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. And I think, the more that it's gone along and he's not at full speed and then he's given up some of these plays, I can see on the sideline his confidence is shaken too, and you got to play with confidence at that position. And I just think with him knowing that he's not full speed, it takes a toll on you. So I think that's, the right call. And hopefully Tommy can get back healthy and then he can set himself up for the next step. But I think they've been trying to get him out there because they know what he could potentially be, but he's just not right, and so I think that's smart for this defense and allow the other guys to really come in there and make the most of their opportunity. I know, obviously, it was Malcolm Hartzog. He's coming off the injury, too. I don't know if he's 100%, so I don't know. I wonder if they go back to Jeremiah Charles, if we're going to see one of those other young guns that have been talked about quite a bit. That will be something I'll be watching close attention to, is seeing how that corner rotation goes in warm-ups on Saturday.
No doubt. Maybe the best player on Wisconsin's offense is their wideout, Will Pauling. Now, he's hurt, too. He didn't finish the Oregon game. We don't know if he's going to go, but that'll be interesting for you during warm-ups to see what's happening there. All right, this will be game 2 with Dana Holgorsen now calling the plays. Another week around this team, learning about this team. Coach was asked, how, in your eyes, has that gone?
Yeah, I also think it's been great. You say that, just the verbiage, working with the staff. Also, right, kind of, he's just out there at practice, like he's putting a lot of pressure on the guys, to make the plays. He's a guy that's never not scored. I don't know what the lowest yards per. When I looked at it, it was like 34 points per game one season, right? Like he scores a lot of points. And what's happened this year is it's. Again, he was very direct in his press conference. I'm not quite as direct because I'm the head coach, but he was very direct, and he's been very direct with them. If they want to win, they're going to have to go make plays. They're going to have to catch balls, break tackles, make long runs, make big blocks against an excellent defense, score touchdowns in the red zone. And it's not the plays that do it; it's the players that do it. And I think he's I don't know what the right word is, imprinting that to them. For all year it was like, Sat was saying it to him, but, all the noise was, well, it's Sat's fault. So the players can sometimes be like, well, I mean, gosh, if Sat did a better job. Well, now Dana comes in and he's saying the same exact thing. Hey, go make that play. Like, we're not kicking field goals. We're not kicking field goals on third down in the red zone. Like, go make the play on third down. So I think that's good. That's the way we want to empower our players. We want our players to believe that players win games. And so I think Dana's juice and energy and intensity, and the fact that the guys, they have nowhere to turn, except to turn to themselves. Like, I want us to go win the game, and I want our players to walk off proud knowing that they won the game. Coach Rule didn't win the game. Dana didn't win the game. Tony didn't win the game. I want the players to go win the game. And so I think he's helped get that message across.
I think so far they've responded well to that. The wide receivers block better. Jamal Banks really embraced that, and he was one that had a much better game blocking on the perimeter. Emmett Johnson, when he challenged the running backs, they ran better in the second. So I think that they, when a guy like Dana Holgorsen, even though the messaging might be the same, when he comes in, he's a guy that has proven how he can put up the points offensively. When he tells you, you're better than that, then I feel like that there's a group of guys that's going to take that to heart. And he wouldn't say it if he didn't believe that they could go execute and score and do the things that he's asking them to do.
Time for this week's Alumni Hall Husker Athlete of the Week. We'll go to a Husker defensive back that's making some noise in the National Football League now with the Cincinnati Bengals, Cam Taylor-Britt. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Langan gets the shotgun snap, looking right, looking left, being pressured, rolling out, throws the football down the field, has a man out there, but is it intercepted?
Yes.
Yes, Cam Taylor-Britt with a pick at the 9-yard line. Cam Taylor-Britt went high in the air to pull that down at the 9. That's the first turnover of the night on Rutgers.
Our favorite.
Yeah, it's a good guy.
CTB.
Love having him on there. Alumni Hall is your ultimate Husker shopping experience with the largest and best selection of apparel, vault gear, and tailgate accessories. Shop their 2 Lincoln locations or alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, where Huskers shop. We're back to wrap up this hour next.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Osborne, former football coach and co-founder of the Teammates Mentoring Program.
And I'm Des Moines Adams, Husker black shirt and CEO of Teammates Mentoring.
We're recruiting Teammates mentors and need caring adults to be in the lives of our students.
Meeting with a student once a week at the school can make a positive impact in their life and have a ripple effect in our communities.
Please join our team.
Go to teammates.org today.
Another great harvest thanks to Pioneer brand corn.
Just a few questions.
Who are you?
Kim Kernel, Ag Sports News. I've been chasing your combine for a while. How does it feel getting 10 more bushels per acre over last season?
It feels great. Couldn't have done it without Pioneer. It's America's #1 corn brand.
And there you have it, folks. Live from the field.
Who are you talking to?
Pioneer. Your best year starts here. Learn more at pioneer.com/bestyet.
Just like D1 athletes, farmers view each growing season as a new opportunity. Aurora Cooperative is committed to elevating the success of our members every season. Rooted in our core mission, we provide top-notch products, services, and expertise. Our strong work ethic mirrors that of the Huskers, driving success. Choose Aurora Cooperative, your partner in elevating agriculture. Go Big Red!
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
CVA's Power Products are the go-to solution for farmers and ranchers seeking top-tier animal feed, ensuring your animals receive the precise nutrients that they need. For a limited time, be entered to win 2 CVA horse power tubs or 2 Power Cow tubs with purchase of any power tub at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation. All right, no show tomorrow night. Husker basketball, both the men and women playing Creighton tomorrow night. The women have a late afternoon tip. The men's pregame will begin at 6 o'clock from the CHI Center in Omaha. For Saturday's pregame, 10:30 for the 2:30 kickoff. Ben McLaughlin, Damon Benny will have you started off with Husker Game Day. That'll put a wrap on our football show for the week. Thanks to Coach Butler for coming by. Great chance to get to know him a little bit better. Great addition to the Husker football staff. Thanks to Jessica and to Josh for piecing this all together for us. Stay tuned. We'll talk some volleyball next hour. John Cook in studio, our volleyball show with JB and John coming up next.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Imagine a world where your office IT runs smoothly, securely, and effortlessly. A day where you aren't worried about the next outage or password compromise. At Hamilton, we take care of everything from monitoring and maintenance to security and support. We partner with your business to design integrated technology solutions that fit your needs now and your goals for the future. With on-site and remote IT support options, we're always just a call or click away. Elevate your IT with Hamilton Managed IT. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
No matter what color you wear on game day or what color tractor you drive, there's one color Nebraskans trust to be a partner for life lived well. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska combines national power with Nebraska roots. Awarded the best health insurance experience in the heartland, Blue Cross delivers affordable, high-quality health plans for Medicare groups and individuals. Head to nebraskablue.com to find the coverage that's right for you. Team Blue says, go Big Red.
Husker fans, it's game day, and Pizza Hut's got your perfect play. Score the game day special for just $29.99. Get 2 medium 3-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Enough to feed 8 hungry fans. Pizza, wings, breadsticks, and more. It's the ultimate lineup to fuel your game day. Check out the full menu online at pizzahut.com or in store. Because remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's time for the Nebraska Volleyball Coaches Show.
Right side shot by Garcia, blocked back, covered, and then flipped over. Here come the Huskers to slide. Andy Jackson, kaboom! Woo-hoo! Wow. Joy Gallus and Libero just trying to protect their face. 12-5 Big Red. Hot start in Coralville, Iowa. Served by Harper, and that's an ace. Harper Murray, team leader in that category. That's her 27th ace of the season. Third for the Huskers tonight. Here comes the serve by Olivia Lombardi. Nice pass. Laney now for the match. Back row. Harper Murray. Kaboom up the tick into the second row. The Huskers sweep Iowa. 25-17. Set number 3. And that is 24 wins in a row. And bring on Wisconsin Saturday night.
Now, here's your host, John Baylor.
Greetings, Nebraska. 48 hours. 48 hours. Bring on the Badgers. This time not in the Badgers' den. The Husker at Hallowed Hall, the Devaney Center, the site, Saturday night for the rematch. Whoo! Wisconsin will be ticked. Nebraska swept the Badgers on the 1st of November, 25-21, 25-22, 25-19. Since then, Badgers on a roll, sweeping Illinois on the road, Iowa at home, Penn State at home with ease. There was one deuce game, and the last two sets were 25-12, 25-13, and then sweeping USC on the road, going 4 at UCLA. Those last three sets, 25-15, 25-22, 25-15, and last night against Minnesota. A crazy match. Down 2 sets, 1. Wisconsin takes the fourth, 25-20. Extra points in the fifth, 20-18 Badgers, winners of 6 in a row. Your Huskers, as we speak, 27-1, winners of 24 in a row. A collision course. Something's got to give. You can chime in, text or phone call. 402-413-2400. This is your Nebraska Volleyball Show. The texts are already lining up, but if you don't have stage fright and you want to chime in and be audible, 402-413-2400. My name's John Baylor. Here's the 25-year helmsman of Nebraska Volleyball, Coach John Cook. Good evening.
Good evening, JB. Like that old school top you got on tonight.
I think this is late 90s.
That's cool. It's cool. It's old school, baby.
Vintage. Everyone's trying to change everything. Newfangled. There's new music. There's all sorts of new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a creature of habit.
Well, a lot of stuff these kids get are all stuff from 30 years ago. They just recycle it.
Very nice.
Make it a little cooler.
Now they're into old shows. They're like, hey, the Dick Van Dyke Show. What's that all about? This is pretty interesting. Good for them. Good for them. All right, Coach. Wisconsin on Saturday night. Did you have a chance, after landing late last night and then returning to your pretty swanky condo, to watch the Wisconsin-Minnesota match?
I got to see the 5th game, yes.
What were your impressions?
Great match. Went down to 2 points better. So we always say 2 points better.
2 points?
Both teams had chances to win, and Wisconsin found it was 2 points better.
It's like pick up hoops. 1 point, not enough.
That was when they played in Minnesota the first time. I think it was 2018. Minnesota won it. So those two teams went to war. 10 games, both decided by 2 points.
We all know Wisconsin is strong, but you've been saying Minnesota is better than the record suggests. That 4-set win that the Huskers had a week ago, that was a good win. You felt proud of it.
Very. They're playing really well right now, and they've had a really tough schedule as well. Played a lot of ranked teams, so hopefully they'll get credit for that and have a chance to host Sweet 16.
Wisconsin seems...
Or second round, I guess. First and second round, yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Wisconsin looks a little unidimensional. Sarah Franklin, more than 1/3 of their swings. I'm trying to think back to a Husker team where one player had more than 1/3 of the swings. I'm guessing Nancy Metcalf. 2001.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
Gracia was setting her in the concourse, setting her in the locker room.
Yeah.
She was just blasting away. Wherever she was just firing away. But I think Sarah Pavin had a lot more, there are more options in the Sarah Pavin years.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Nancy would have been the last. Nancy had some monster matches, like 30-some kills. So, yeah, she was getting the ball.
And Sarah Franklin getting a ton of swings for them. This is nothing new. You knew that in the first match, November 1. You really shut her down, kept her under 200, and implemented this triple block on her when Wisconsin was out of system. Have you done that a lot against other outsides?
Just depends. We've done in the past. We've tried to. Just depends on who it is and, what gives us the best chance to stop them.
And when does that become possible? And how quickly does the opposite side outside blocker need to recognize, okay, boom, I got to cross the court?
Well, they can only do it when it's out of system.
So they have a little time.
Yeah, they got to have time. So they got to see it. Oh, we got time. I got no other hitters in my zone. So now I can take off and go over there.
Why can that be so effective against Sarah Franklin?
Well, it's effective against a lot of hitters. You got 6 hands in your face. So, just trying to make it as hard as we can on her. We don't do it all the time, but it just gives a different look.
Does she have one of the hardest cut shots, that left to right attack that you've seen?
Yep.
Do most teams try to do that against her? It seems like a logical defensive strategy when they're out of system.
Yeah, some teams have.
Okay.
So everybody's got a little different way of doing it.
They have not had a ton of success. She's hitting 297.
Yeah, she's the real deal.
Do you give her back-to-back Player of the Year awards?
I don't.
That's a lot of shelf space.
I don't decide that.
I agree with that statement. If you had a vote at this point, does she get your vote? I mean, 297.
I'd vote for all the Huskers.
Good for you, Maisie.
All of them.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. It's tough to beat Wisconsin twice in 1 year, and this may not be the final matchup between these two teams. But let's not look ahead. The last thing we want to do is look ahead. We want to remain laser focused. Do you anticipate they're going to adjust to your adjustments that clearly you made in the first match that clearly worked?
Well, you already told us they set her a third of the balls, so there's, where the ball's going third of the time, so that makes it easy. But I think at this point, teams are doing what they do well, and that's what they're going to continue to do, and but who knows what they'll try. But they just had a match and their turnaround. There's a short window between both teams playing, so there's not a lot of adjusting to do really.
That's head coach John Cook. We're going to go to the text here. Help me out here, Camden Cone. Hello, this is Jason. I have a question about when the Huskers free ball a third hit over the net. It seems like most of the Husker players try free balling it at the setter in zone 2 or zone 1, but the setter never takes that first contact as another player takes the ball. In the Olympics, it seemed like the USA was trying to send the free ball as high as possible and as deep as possible, presumably to allow the defense to get organized. What's the best strategy? Which is the better strategy for free ball?
Well, we always try to get to the setter if we can, but some teams are good enough, they'll get the setter out of there, and a libero will come and take it. So you watch on our team, one of our, usually Lexi will come over there and take that. So that's what you're trying to do, and sometimes they make it hard because they get out of there. And again, depending on where you're bumping it from or setting it from on a free ball, it is just sometimes you're just trying to get it in because you're way off the net or somewhere.
Dr. J in Kearney's got a question. It's a big text night, Coach. So Dr. J in Kearney wants to find out if Harper's finger's okay, and are you okay with the players wearing these fake nails, which I've learned are called acrylics, which are falling off during matches, getting hammered off, and then blood comes out. And Dr. J is suggesting John Wooden would not have allowed them.
I agree with Dr. J, and John Wooden's right, and I don't know why they do it. And I've tried fighting that battle, and have not been successful.
The reason we know John Wooden would have allowed it because Bill Walton wasn't wearing them. Yeah. If they had been allowed, the redhead probably would have had it.
Or Lou Alcindor.
Nice. So you're trying to help them. You're trying to tell them, look, can we hold off on the acrylics?
They say that if they look good, they play good. So
I mean, Anson Dorrance, the legendary North Carolina soccer coach who coached men for a while and then women forever and umpteen national championships, he said, men have to play good to feel good. Women have to feel good to play good.
Yep. There you go.
You and Anson Dorrance.
Yeah.
Together about what, 24 national championships?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anson Dorrance and I together about 19 national championships.
Yeah.
So, and it's a minor thing because the play stops, you got to wipe up the blood, and Harper was able to stay in. Is she okay?
As far as I know today, I did not know I didn't see anything. Her finger was taped up, but a lot of their times their fingers are taped up.
For the fat part of the fingers, or like the top of their fingers?
Just the top.
They tape them during practice?
Yeah. So I didn't notice anything, but she wasn't complaining today. So
did you push them hard today, or kind of rested a little bit after the match
Today
last
was
night?
kind of a rehearsal day, walkthrough day type day.
Can you have a full practice day tomorrow, the day before a big match?
Yeah. We'll go full practice tomorrow.
And they'll have time to recover before the Wisconsin match?
Yeah.
402-413-2400. This is your Nebraska Volleyball Show. There's a head coach, John Cook. Contact 811 2 days before you dig to protect your underground utilities and yourself. It's free, it's easy, it is the law. And Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. That'll take you back. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. More Nebraska Volleyball Show after you hear this.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
No matter what color you wear on game day or what color tractor you drive, there's one color Nebraskans trust to be a partner for life lived well. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska combines national power with Nebraska roots. Awarded the best health insurance experience in the heartland, Blue Cross delivers affordable, high-quality health plans for Medicare groups and individuals. Head to nebraskablue.com to find the coverage that's right for you. Team Blue says, go Big Red.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Tom Osborne, former football coach and co-founder of the Teammates Mentoring Program.
And I'm Des Moines Adams, Husker black shirt and CEO of Teammates Mentoring.
We are recruiting Teammates mentors and need caring adults to be in the lives of our students.
Meeting with a student once a week at the school can make a positive impact in their life and have a ripple effect in our communities.
Please join our team.
Go to teammates.org today.
Working together, Central Valley Ag unites with our farmers to feed a hungry planet. CVA's power products are the go-to for farmers and ranchers seeking top-tier animal feed, ensuring animals get the precise nutrients they need. Now until December 1st, enter to win 2 CVA horsepower tubs or 2 CVA power cow tubs with purchase of any CVA power tub. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Woodhouse Nissan offers a convenient and streamlined way to purchase your next vehicle. Browse our full lineup of SUVs like the spacious and versatile Nissan Pathfinder or the adventure-ready Nissan Rogue. Lease the 2024 Nissan Pathfinder SV all-wheel drive for just $469 per month. 36 months, 10,000 miles per year. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Discounted price based on sale price of $40,795. VIN number RC301179. Offer expires December 2nd, 2024. See dealer for details.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hello, Husker Nation. This is Lexi Rodriguez, All-American Libero, serving you an ace on behalf of Noddle Companies based in Omaha, Nebraska. Noddle Companies is a full-service leader in commercial real estate, digging deep to create thriving communities like the Builders District, Exarban Village, and the contemporary row house townhomes. They bring world-class concepts in fashion, great eats, gorgeous homes, and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. To dig up more information, find them on Facebook and Instagram. Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
If you've been looking for a reason to fill up your car with unleaded 88, how about this? Unleaded 88
can help you save big at the pump
and save the planet by cutting greenhouse gas emissions.
Any car 2001 or newer is approved to use unleaded 88. Speaking of good, it's made from corn, which is great for farmers.
As I was saying, if you need a reason to choose unleaded 88, there you have them. Unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind. Visit chooseunleaded88.com to learn more.
Explore the lineup of dependable vehicles today at Woodhouse Toyota. Our team is dedicated to providing a satisfying, reliable, and enjoyable car buying experience beyond your expectations. Lease the 2025 Toyota Tacoma for $555 a month for 39 months and 10,000 miles per year. Visit us in store off Highway 281 in Grand Island or online at woodhousetoyota.com. Woodhouse Toyota. Let's go places. With approved credit, $4,205 down, plus first payment and $299 doc fee due at signing. Security deposit waived. Tax, title, license extra. Offer expires 11/30/2024. See dealer for details.
Is your phone system holding you back? We know how important smooth, reliable communication is for your success. Whether your team is working from the office or on the go, you need a phone system that keeps up with your busy day. At Hamilton, we offer business phone systems that adapt to your needs, making every call clear and every connection simple. Upgrade to a Hamilton business phone system where advanced features meet unmatched reliability. Are you ready to transform how you communicate? Better phones, better business. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Nebraska, Wisconsin volleyball Saturday night. Number 6, Wisconsin in town to face your number 2 Huskers. 7 o'clock first serve. 2 win streaks collide. Huskers have won 24 in a row. Wisconsin has won 6 in a row. There's the head coach, John Cook. This is your Nebraska volleyball show. And Rudy has this question for you, Coach. Having coached Justine Wong, Orontas, and now Alexi Rodriguez, are there any similarities which makes them both top liberos as we speak? Justine is on top of the all-time dig numbers at Nebraska, and Lexi needs to average 13 a match the rest of the way if the Huskers go the full 9 remaining matches to suddenly be the all-time dig leader.
Yeah, well, that's similarities. They're both, I would not call quick twitch athletes. They're both just average athletes, which I think tends to help that position because they're just more relaxed. They're, they're able to calm their bodies down and kind of just move with the ball in a way, as opposed to being like a really quick twitch athlete. They get jumpy and stuff like that. So they just kind of need to be grounded, is the best way I could say it. They both were great passers, great setters. I mean, Lexi's got great hands. Justine was a setter before we turned her to her libero. And they're both just really calm, cool, collected.
Did you learn that desire to have slow twitch players at that position from Megan Pendergast?
You got it, JB.
Great athlete, fast twitch, but struggled.
Struggled because they're so too quick. So it's almost with that position you want to. I don't know. I don't want to say they're not great athletes. They don't have as much quick twitch in their body.
So do you train them differently? You don't push them as much with Husker power. You don't worry so much about.
We still do all that. They're just more grounded, slower twitch athletes, which allows them, I think, just that the ball will lay on their arms longer. They kind of move. They don't overreact.
Do you want your setters to have a similar temperament?
Probably, yeah.
Slower twitch?
Yeah. Like Mary Palmiller was, very athletic, jumped out of the gym, but she was a little bit of a stiffer setter. So I think that's a good call on setters.
All right. Coach, can you talk about these 5 recruits you've signed? I mean, that's a lot of recruits.
Sure. That was a couple weeks ago now.
Yep.
It's an awesome recruiting class. Start with Campbell Flynn, is, in our opinion, a top setter in the country. She's about a 6'3" lefty and has played at a really high level with USA, her high school, her club team. They've won a lot. she's played up a lot of years as she's been coming up.
Lefty, could she play right side the next 2 years potentially?
I don't know until we get her here. So
you're focused on Wisconsin,
right? Who's next? Carrie Linebox from Lincoln. She's a libero.
Lutheran.
Yeah.
All
Lincoln
they do is win
Lutheran.
titles.
Yeah, won 4 in a row. She's a great leader, great inspirational type player. Can fly all over the course. She's kind of like a mini Laney. Okay, and we got Manaya from Los Angeles, who has really blossomed as a great middle blocker. She made the USA team. This was MVP of the tournament they went to, the Norseka tournament. MVP is a middle. That's hard to do. And
from North Carolina, she tore ACL.
So that's Ryan Hunter.
She'll be okay?
Ryan Hunter's, she got hurt last February, and she's a lefty. And then T. Sigler from Arizona.
#1 recruit in the country.
Yeah, some people say. It depends on who you talk to. Yeah. But,
you got to sell magazines. So if you're one magazine, you got to have your own list.
Right. Anyway, she's just been a winner, played at a high level, won world championships, was MVP of that. And she's trying to think who she's like. She hits the ball really hard. She's I'm trying to think of what Husker was like that, but kind of like a Hannah Worth. That would be a comparison. Just she's not 6'4", she's probably 6'1", maybe probably at least 6'1". Jumps and hits the ball hard, but she's also a great passer and ball handler.
Did the 5 of them cite particular reasons why they chose Nebraska, and is there a common denominator? Is it the Devaney? Is it the...
that'd be a question we'd have to ask them. But, these guys all know each other. They've been coming to Dream Team camp. Campbell knows Harper. That's from the same club. T is from Lawrence Siverin's same club. Ryan's kind of that was a long shot. And I think she was looking at us in Penn State. And it's a bummer she got hurt because she was playing unreal up to that point. And Manaya was committed to Northwestern, so both her parents are Stanford grads. Academics was really important, so she went to Northwestern, and then the Northwestern fired Shane, or he left, however you want to classify it.
A little murky.
Yeah, and so she decided. She really likes Shane, which we all do. He's a great guy, great coach. He's actually going to go back and coach men now, so good for him.
The Ramblers of Loyola?
Yeah, where he won 2 national championships. So anyway, she kind of became but she knew all these guys from the USA team.
I hope she's going to the Honors College. Has she seen the Honors College here at UNL?
She's literally going to, I think when she's enrolling here, she's going to probably be a sophomore. From all over.
She could live in the Robert Knoll Honors College dorm. Yeah. Sweet. And you get to choose your classes early, and then you only have like 20 kids in a class rather than the big old lecture halls.
We'll have her talk to you. But she's got all those, what do you call those classes they take in high school?
Advanced placement.
AP classes.
Now, no pressure, but we've never had a Rhodes Scholar here at the program.
Yeah,
no pressure.
I just saw Nebraska just got a Rhodes Scholar.
From the student body?
Yeah.
The entire student body?
Yeah, it was in the paper yesterday or day before.
We got to get some better guests on this show. Let's start throwing some of the Rhodes. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think she was in ROTC, maybe, if I remember right. Yeah.
I think there are only 16 Rhodes Scholars per year.
Yeah. We got Nebraska got one.
Love it.
And who did I leave? Somebody out there?
I think you got all 5.
Yeah, okay, good. So anyway, they're connected, Dream Team camps, and we've been recruiting them for a long time.
Kenlon in Lakeland, Florida wants to know why, when there are only 6 starters, did they announce 7 players as starters?
So when we turn in the lineup, you put in your 6 starters. The libero doesn't count because remember, libero translated is free player. So you don't actually put the libero in your. Well, I have this little box thing I fill out. So this person's in rotation 1, rotation 2, where they start. And of course, there's 6 spots, 6 rotations. But the libero, actually, you write on outside the box, and because it's a free player. But they introduce the libero and the 6 starters. So a libero cannot be a starter. because a libero's coming in as a free player.
But seemingly is in there on that first play, but not considered a starter.
Because before the first serve, they walk
Gotcha.
in. That's where the free player comes in.
You just tripled my Italian vocabulary.
Is it Spanish or is it Italian? What is it?
I think it's Italian.
Yeah.
I should know that, but I'm pretty sure it's. Here's Husker Dan in West Point, Nebraska. Hello, Husker Dan. You're on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Wow, we got John Bishop and John Cook, 2 Johns. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You might have my
How you
wrong
guys doing
name, but
tonight?
you're not the first.
I didn't know John Bishop was here tonight.
Yeah,
it's John Baylor.
Oh,
it's
John Baylor. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
He's a lot better looking.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, John Cook, I just want to congratulate you on the season that you got going on, and man, we're all pumped and all ready for you to take this to the national championships. And every time I watch the Netflix movie Yellowstone, I think of you. I think that's kind of sounds weird, but anyway,
I watch it too. It's awesome show.
Oh my
Which
goodness!
character do you identify Coach with?
Well, I just don't. I just
Good.
see him as one of the cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see him doing the horse thing and rounding up the cattle and stuff.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Are you a prophet or something? Are you like a mystic or a
No.
prophet or a palm reader?
That's your dream, right,
No, I'm
Coach?
not.
Oh yeah, that's the dream. That's the
But
dream.
you could be John. You could be the next rep.
Yeah. I love that character. He's awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And I know a lot of, and I don't want to really talk a whole bunch about the movie, but when that first started out, it's like, I think, Costner going out the way he did, a lot of people upset, but you know what?
Yeah, I'm
That's
ticked
the
off.
way it goes.
It's Hollywood. It's
Yeah,
Hollywood.
it's Hollywood. It's not real.
Dan, where's West Point?
West Point, we are from Fremont, Nebraska. We are probably now with a 4-lane. We are half hour northwest. So
just west of Hooper.
Oh, just west of Hooper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Logan
All right.
View.
So
Yep,
is that the new
absolutely.
highway they just finished?
4-lane.
Yep.
Okay.
They did. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I knew West Point. I read
Your
about
tax
it. Yeah.
dollars hard at work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. All right, thanks, Husker Dan. That's good
Hey,
stuff.
one quick thing.
Okay. Got another Costner movie?
John, I just want to thank you for not forgetting about Lindsay Krause. I'm a big fan of her, and she's been playing. I know you got other players in there that maybe you want to play more, but thank you for not forgetting her, and I'll let you guys go and have a good evening.
All right, Husker Dan. Thanks.
Good stuff. All right, Costner movies. Bodyguard, solid. What else we got out there?
Dances with Wolves.
Nice. Oh, and then The Natural.
The Natural.
Solid.
Yeah, that was really.
No, that's Rob Redford. I meant Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams. I was confused those two movies.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Dyersville, Iowa.
Yeah. He was in another baseball movie besides
Costner?
Field of Dreams. Yeah.
It was the Detroit Tigers pitcher.
Yeah.
And he had troubles with his wife, and then at the end they figured it. He gave up the whole deal and got back together with her, and everything seemed to work out.
What movie? Now I'm going to
That was
me
good.
nuts.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Other Kevin Costner. Let's just 402-413-2400. It's Kevin Costner night here as we're getting ready for the Wisconsin match on Saturday. Stay right there. More Nebraska Volleyball Show after you hear this.
In the heartland, where ambition thrives, there are those who are made and those who are made for more. Just like the Huskers on game day, Kloss, a leading producer of ag equipment, unleashes the power of ambition in the field. Discover why our cutting-edge machinery and unwavering support aren't just a promise, they're a commitment to your success. Because at Kloss, we know you are made for more. Visit your Kloss dealer or CLAAS.com.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health.
Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health, and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Attention, Husker Nation. Are you ready to power up your game? Sapp Brothers bleeds Husker Red, and our high-quality off-road red diesel is the fuel that powers your equipment. As official sponsors of the Huskers, we're here with a touchdown offer with the Sapp Brothers Go Big Red Fuel Giveaway. Contract your upcoming fuel needs by February 1st and enter to win 1,000 free gallons of our off-road red diesel. Keep your engines roaring and your equipment running strong. With this winning opportunity, Sapp Brothers fuels Husker Nation. Visit sappbros.net/fuel giveaway for more info.
Want to boost Nebraska's economy and help the planet? It's as easy as filling up your tank. Switch to soy-based biodiesel to cut greenhouse gases by up to 74% and support biodiesel growth.
I'm Greg Anderson, a farmer near Newman Grove, Nebraska, and biodiesel has transformed our farm. It cuts emissions, raises the cetane number, and improves fuel lubricity.
So ask for biodiesel where you fill up. It benefits our air, economy, and Nebraska soybean farmers. Nebraska soybeans, feeding, fueling, and innovating for the future.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is the most powerful Tundra ever. With its electrifying twin-turbo V6, you got everything you need. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro. Its segment-first performance seats are designed to smooth out the shocks when the ride gets bumpy. The Toyota 4Runner is part mean streak, part wild side, and an all-around icon. Check out that signature power rear window, will ya? Yes, sir, Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Looking for the ultimate sports watching experience? Head to Smash Park in La Vista, home of Husker Hangouts, Omaha's official watch parties. Your go-to spot for epic game day deals, delicious bites, and unbeatable fun. Catch every moment on massive screens. Challenge friends to pickleball, axe throwing, and other games. Smash Park is where the action happens, whether you're cheering on the Huskers or just enjoying the atmosphere. Smash Park. Visit us today and turn your game day into a game night. Smash Park. Play, drink, eat.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is the most powerful Tundra ever. With its electrifying twin-turbo V6, you got everything you need. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro. Its segment-first performance seats are designed to smooth out the shocks when the ride gets bumpy. The Toyota 4Runner is part mean streak, part wild side, and an all-around icon. Check out that signature power rear window, will ya? Yes, sir, Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Welcome back to your Nebraska Volleyball Show, special Thursday night 7 o'clock edition. This one brought to you by Dorothy Lynch Homestyle and Light and Lean Dressing. Endless flavor abilities. Dorothy Lynch. And League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January, featuring Olympic medalists Jordan Larson and Justine Wong. Orontes Love B Volleyball, LOVB Volleyball, is Omaha's newest pro team. Visit LOVB.com for tickets. All right, Coach, now that this is from Art in L.A., now that NIL is in place, been in place for a couple of years, how has it helped and how has it hurt the program, pros and cons?
I don't think it's hurt the program. It's put pressure on people to donate money to keep it going, and then, of course, you always want more, and then football wants more, and then basketball wants more, so there's been pressure there, but I like how 1890 has it set up, and it's been going good. Of course, nothing is equal or even, so as long as your players understand that, I don't think it really impacts culture. And but everybody in our program gets something out of NIL. That's my one rule for it. Everybody has to get something, so they all feel like, okay, we're getting something from NIL. Do I agree with it? No, I think a scholarship is a huge deal. They get cost of living checks. They get everything paid for. And, for all the people that still have student loans and so on, scholarships would be pretty cool to have. But this is where we're going, and it's all going to change, next year with the revenue sharing.
How have you been able to keep the chemistry so strong when there is this new wrinkle with some players getting more than others?
Like I said, it's we talk about it. It's, in life, nothing's equal. You can't compare. And again, our thing is, hey, everybody's going to get something. And again, some of it depends on what they do. So, like, some of that is in their control. If they want to post more or do more things, some of them don't want to. They don't really. They might do one or two things, but they don't. They really don't want to spend the time and energy. They would rather focus on school and
Love it.
Playing.
Love library.
And then there's some that, they've got people helping them, and and I won't go into details, but I mean that's a major part of their life, and they're trying to make money.
Maisie Bozinger, is she your only walk-on, or is there another walk-on on the team?
Maisie was our only walk-on, yeah.
And so she's probably getting something, but it's probably not enough to defray the total cost of being an in-state kid at Nebraska.
She gets well taken care of, and she's getting more than she ever was promised or thought she would get. I can tell you that.
402-413-2400. Hey, we got to add Skylar Pierce to this class of incoming players. It's really 6 because she's going to play for the first time next year. How do you reset yourself and the team with only a few days between matches during the season? An anonymous texter asks.
Anonymous. That's probably some coach from the Big Ten, some spy.
Nice. We've got a few. They're all listening. We should greet them.
Every day is a different day. We approach every day. I spend a lot of time during the day figuring out what is our best way to reset, to practice, to prepare, to stay rested. It is a constant juggling act to try to figure it out. And I get input from our strength coach, because he'll see him in the morning most days because they'll lift in the morning. So I wait to hear from him. We do with our performance lab, we do what's called a force plate test on them on Mondays and sometimes Thursdays. And I'll get a report from him. And a force plate is giving us information of where they're at, who's feeling good, who's fatigued. So it's like we take all that, put it in my computer in my head, and then I actually look at, right now I've got the 2017 season notebook out, practice plans.
Really?
I've got to 2023 and 2024. So I'll look back on this date. So like we're playing Wednesday, Saturday this week. Okay, so in 17, what week did we play Wednesday, Saturday? Last year, when did we play Wednesday, Saturday? And I'll look back. How did we manage the week? How did it go? And I make notes every day after practice. Were they fresh? Were they tired? Were they out of it? We have people sick. And it's pretty patterned. I have all my notebooks for all the years I've coached here. And it's pretty patterned kind of how the year goes. Now, this year's been nuts because we played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Early, late.
Yeah, it's been all over the place. So it's a great question, and it's the kind of the art and science of coaching. There's two parts of it. It's a field part, which we're also trying to use science to help us better.
It's Kevin Costner night here on the Nebraska Volleyball Show. Yeah. For the Love of the Game. That was the movie we couldn't remember the name of.
That was a great movie.
It was a good, I liked that one. And then Tin Cup. I've never seen that one.
Yeah, Tin Cup is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any other Kevin Costner favorites that were for you? I'm sure someone's going to chime in.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one for you. He was left on the cutting room floor. There's a trivia question for you. Kevin Costner had a major role in this movie, left on the cutting room floor, never appeared in the film. 402-413-24. It's trivia night on the Nebraska Volleyball Show. Tim in Morris, Minnesota. What beautiful state. A little chilly this time of year. Coach, I've gathered you to be a fan of classic rock due to your affinity for Pearl Jam. I should read these before I go straight on the air with them. Anyway, but with your interest in especially cowboy-related, especially horses, do you like the theme music from Western movies such as Blazing Saddles, Magnificent Seven? May I suggest you check out Cowboy Overture by the great John Williams? I'm rooting for the Huskers to Cowgirl up versus Wisconsin on Saturday. Can you make head or hair what I just read? There was a lot going on there.
I like all kinds of music. We actually play a lot of country music in our gym. I'm not familiar with a couple that he mentioned there, but I'll check them out. And, but yeah, we're going to try to cowgirl up.
Here's Bonnie in Omaha. Greetings, Bonnie. You're on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Hello. I have a question for Coach Cook. Since we beat Wisconsin wearing our black uniforms, are we going to break them out again Saturday? And could we maybe break out the black floor? I think that would be really great. That
black on black.
Black signifies, black signifies, crossing the bones and stuff. So
yeah.
But Coach, you're doing a great job. I love the girls, and go Big Red.
Nice.
Yeah, Bonnie, really good question. We actually did discuss that, but technically we're supposed to wear white at home, light colored. We could probably ask to switch it, but we just feel like we want to stay with what we normally do. The black uniforms are dark uniforms, so we can wear those on the road. So we will be wearing those later on here. And, if you remember, our previous AD to this current one outlawed black, so it went away for a while. But the girls love it. They love the look, and but we're going to stay with what we normally do in Devaney.
Bull Durham. Another Kevin Costner baseball movie. And then an anonymous texter says on Kevin Costner night, Godfather. So he wants to turn this into Brando night as well. We're just going to stick with one actor a night. We're going to get back to your phone calls and texts when we come right back on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up.
Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From family road trips in a spacious SUV to heavy-duty hauling in a powerful truck, Woodhouse has the vehicle to fit your lifestyle. Purchasing a vehicle has never been easier thanks to our streamlined buying process. Browse a huge selection of new or pre-owned vehicles from top brands. View transparent pricing so you can find the vehicle that fits in your budget. And complete your purchase online. Shop when you want, where you want. It's the Woodhouse difference. Get started today at woodhouse.com.
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top-notch products that empower farmers to thrive. Get ready to tackle your agricultural challenges with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit Sukup.com to find your dealer today.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time, play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
For farmers, sustainability is a way of life. 97% of farms are family-owned and 95% are participating in conservation programs and using sustainable practices.
I'm Ann Neese, a farmer near Elgin, Nebraska. I grew up on this land, and we're dedicated to being good stewards and leaving it better for the next generation.
Since 1980, U.S. soybean farmers have boosted production by 130%, all while lowering emissions and improving land and water use. Nebraska soybeans, feeding, fueling, and innovating for the future.
Welcome back to Kevin Costner Night here on the Nebraska Volleyball Show. There's the head coach, John Cook. The Untouchables, another Kevin Costner movie that fans are texting in. Also, underrated movie, Mr. Brooks. So underrated, haven't even heard of it. Legitimately below the radar. What's the movie where Kevin Costner was left on the cutting room floor? I believe it was his first, The Big Chill. All these
you're a fountain of knowledge.
College guys getting together, reunion. They lost a college friend who just passed away. Well, Kevin Costner was going to be the friend. They shot all these scenes from back, prior to when the reunion, and didn't use them in the movie. Left on the old cutting room floor. That's a great movie, The Big Chill. What a soundtrack. Sports Nightly listeners, a reminder that with every block on the court this season, Union Bank and Trust, that's Union Bank and Trust, is proud to sponsor Blocking Out Hunger, benefiting the Food Bank of Lincoln. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. And Husker Extra is the best website and mobile app for everything Husker sports from the experts at the Omaha World Herald and Lincoln Journal-Star. Go to huskerextra.com or search your app store today. We're searching the text line. Amy in Broken Bow. Coach, when you're scouting teams for the second time in a season, how much value do you put in the first match you just played against them, against that same team?
We put a lot of value in it. That's what I watched today was our first match with them, and then we'll focus on their last couple matches tomorrow. For me, that's what I'll do. Jalen, I think, and those guys were on probably their match last night against Minnesota, so. Yeah, I always have a better feel of watching a team and we playing because I know what we're trying to do and I know how we play. So I always get a bit better feel against other teams. It's just different. One interesting thing last night was this Wisconsin setter had 25 digs. So the question is, were they trying to hit it on purpose? Did they just happen to hit it? And we played with Minnesota. We had 20 digs. Or Bergen had 20 digs. So a lot of balls are going to right back, and so we'll check that out.
Charlie Fuhrbringer, 25 digs, led Wisconsin. They will not have their freshman Libero, so Lola Schumacher probably unavailable Saturday night. How good a passing team is Wisconsin?
How do you know that, JB?
I'm hitting all sorts of. She got concussed against UCLA, did not play last night. So you're right, it's not definitive.
UCLA was a week ago, or last Saturday.
She could be still in the protocol.
Yeah. So.
Or she could be out of the protocol.
You never know.
Never know. So do you prepare as if she might be there? How big a difference does she make for passing?
The Libero filled in last night was one of the top recruits when she came out, and I thought she did a really nice job.
402-413, 2400. How will roster limits affect volleyball?
They will not. So we're allowed to go up to 18. We've only carried 18 players one time. I said we're never doing that again. So we like to be around 15, 14 or 15.
2001.
No.
Or 2.
I thought it was later than that.
Later?
Like 14, 13.
Amy Sibrenson was on the team, so that's my memory.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, it's we decided we weren't going to do that again. I thought it was like 2014 maybe.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Anyway, so we can go up to 18, but we like keeping it it's just hard to keep everybody happy and get them reps, and it's just tough. So no, it will not affect us. Some schools, and a lot of schools, carry 18, 19, 20. So it's hard to keep 14 happy.
It looks like they got a whole JV squad down there at the end of the bench just in case there's a match later.
Yeah, I know.
They're ready to go.
Yeah. So,
but you can't travel with all of them. But so here at the Nevada, you don't quite see that many. But at home matches, sometimes you see like 20 players dressed.
Right, and then you can only seat up 15 for the NCAA tournament. So you got to, if you have more than 15, you got to say, hey, sorry.
So why 14? Why do you think that's the best number?
It just kind of covers at every position. Like 5 outsides, 3 or 4 middles, a couple liberos, a couple setters. So that gives us about 14.
Anna Schmreck last night, 5-set win over Minnesota, 20-18 in the 5th, had 6 blocks, but the 6'9" right side, who's a senior, this is her final year, 9 kills, 6 errors, 39 swings, hit under 100.
Yeah.
That's after she had torched opponents for the most part since the Husker match when she hit negative.
Yeah. She's already a senior?
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember in 21,
I remember.
Title match, sorry.
I remember, yeah.
It was good. She's always been a force defensively.
Yeah. Wonder what she'll do after she's finished at Wisconsin. I wonder if she's Canadian, so if she goes to the Canadian national team, she'll try to go pro. Maybe she'll get drafted in the new pro league.
Yeah.
That's coming up Monday, JB.
Pro Volleyball Federation has got its draft as well on Monday.
Yeah. So it's exciting times for people that are graduating and want to go play beyond college.
I think Huskers are going to have lots of local pro volleyball options.
Well, there's 2 Omaha teams. So, but the one Jordan's on kind of already has Maddie, Justine, Jordan.
I think Lauren Stivrins, too.
Lauren Stivrins, yeah. Lauren's not 100% yet.
Okay.
So,
and the Supernovas have 3 former Husker middles.
Who's?
Caitlin Hord and 2 more. I don't have the roster in front of me, but they have 3 former Husker middles right there on the Supernovas. From now on, I got to bring the Supernovas roster with me to that broadcast.
We'll see how the draft goes.
Yeah. Maybe they'll add some more Huskers. All right, Coach. You win Saturday night. You guarantee.
Brianna Holman is in the Supernovas.
Brianna, there you go. That's 2.
I don't know who the 3rd is.
Transferred to Texas, started at Missouri.
Kayla Caffey?
She's
on the Supernovas?
She's going to be a Supernova, yeah. Kayla Caffey and Caitlin Hord and Brianna Holman. Yeah. That's a trio.
Yeah.
That's some blocking power right there.
Yeah. Interesting.
So they're stocking up on ex-Huskers, and Supernovas got to defend their title, so a little bit of pressure. All right, Coach, Wisconsin on Saturday night. You win, I think, you, for the most part, guarantee at least a share of the conference championship.
No. Right now, no. We have to win 2 out of the next 3.
All right. 1 or 2 keys beyond serve and pass.
We have to make Wisconsin's block our friend, not our enemy. There's a good one for you, JB. When serve and pass, well, you said serve and pass, yeah. And the other thing, I just think we got to be put pressure on them. Put pressure on them in the Devaney. Our fans put pressure on them, and that'll be the key.
We need 8,700.
Oh yeah, they'll be fired up.
Bring your lungs tomorrow night. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, JB.
7 o'clock first serve, 6 p.m. pregame. My name's John Baylor. Thanks so much for being here on the Nebraska Volleyball Show. Thanks again, Coach. That was good fun. Good night, Nebraska.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
No matter what color you wear on game day or what color tractor you drive, there's one color Nebraskans trust to be a partner for life lived well. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska combines national power with Nebraska roots. Awarded the best health insurance experience in the heartland, Blue Cross delivers affordable, high-quality health plans for Medicare groups and individuals. Head to nebraskablue.com to find the coverage that's right for you. Team Blue says, go Big Red.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Husker fans, it's game day, and Pizza Hut's got your perfect play. Score the game day special for just $29.99. Get 2 medium 3-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Enough to feed 8 hungry fans. Pizza, wings, breadsticks, and more. It's the ultimate lineup to fuel your game day. Check out the full menu online at pizzahut.com or in store. Because remember, no